CNN has been trying to enter Syria and report directly from there. And for weeks, the Syrian government has denied our requests. It's also been a struggle to get any official comment or interview from the Assad regime. Without our own team on the ground, we've had to cover the uprising in Dara, Homs, and other cities through eyewitness accounts, and we're able to put few faces to a death toll that human rights organizations now say has past 750. We've also taken videos uploaded on YouTube and Facebook like this one and tried to verify the pictures against witness accounts. Today, we are one step closer. Rima Maktabi is near the Lebanese-Syrian border. In just a few moments, the very human stories of those fleeing Syria because they feel they have no choice. One, a Syrian army officer nicknamed Abu Zain, said, quote, "I prefer to live poor and as a refugee in Lebanon with my 6 children and wife than to kill innocent people in Syria." First, an update on the western city of Homs, where Syrian security forces seem to be cranking up operations against anti-regime demonstrators. All right, amateur video that has surfaced online, and witnesses there are saying they woke up to the sounds of gunfire and even shelling on Wednesday, which were followed by the wail of sirens. One resident says there are snipers on rooftops as well as police and tanks patrolling the streets. Take a look at another amateur video said to be from the town of Jassim in the south.
جرحى وشهداء مدينة جاسم يوم الثلاثاء 10 أيار الساعة 6:30 مساء.
You hear the person there in Arabic saying where he is, what the date is, and what the time is. This video is believed to show injured residents being brought in for treatment. Syria's state-run news agency describes the protesters as armed terrorists. We should remind viewers that since CNN is forbidden from entering the country to report, we cannot independently verify this and other videos posted on the web. All right, but these videos correspond to reports we've been getting from people inside of Syria. Hundreds are now fleeing the violence through the Syrian-Lebanese border. Let's go to Rima Maktabi near the border. I know that a Syrian army soldier has spoken to you today, saying he'd rather be poor, he'd rather live outside the country with his children than shoot protesters, Rima.
Yes, Hala, I met Abu Zain, a Syrian army sergeant. Under him, around 21 soldiers earlier today in a place I cannot disclose for his safety. And he said he preferred to flee to Lebanon than live the life he was living. He was deployed in Homs and he served in the Syrian army for 28 years and 6 months. I saw his gear, his rifle, and he said he was chosen to go to Dara because he was a professional sniper. This is also what he told me.
I am not scared. I'm not scared of death. I did not run away from death when I took my rifle and left. I swear I was not running away from death. I was running away from killing people. Because when you go to Dara, you have to kill people, and you cannot retreat. And if you retreat, you will not survive. If you want to protect your life, you must kill.
Abu Zain also said that some soldiers and officers in the Syrian army have defected and deserted the army, mainly in Brigade 5, and another unit on the border with Lebanon, east from here with the Bekaa Valley, the border there. He said around 3,000 soldiers left from that unit, Hala.
What did Abu Zain say, in his opinion, having been there, having been part of the armed forces, about the ability of the regime to withstand all of this? Is there a sense at all that the regime is truly threatened in Syria?
Hala, on the one hand, Abu Zain was hoping that the regime will fall apart. But he said, I know one day I will be executed, which means he will die as a soldier. from the Syrian regime. I saw him. He was brave enough to go on camera without showing his face. But I saw many other families in villages here, Hala, around 25 families here. And they spoke horrific stories about the crackdown on Homs and Dar'a and Banyas. One family coming from Homs said the snipers are on rooftops. Shops have been closed for at least a week. She said they're arresting anyone they see on the streets. And she said families, children and women fled to Lebanon, some of them, but the men stayed there to defend their homes. And they spoke about torture. They even told me that the armed security forces are going into hospitals and stopping people from getting treatment. This is what they said. We're not on the ground and we cannot verify this, Hala.
Okay, Rima Maktabi at the Lebanon-Syria border. There are many